The 12-year saga of WikiLeaks co-founder Julian Assange may be finally coming to its conclusion, with Washington set to enact its revenge. After 3 years in Belmarsh maximum security prison, the UK's Home Secretary's given the green light to extradite the whistleblower to the United States.
Allowing Julian Assange to be extradited to the US would put him at great risk and sends a chilling message to journalists the world over.
It is an appalling symbol of how far the British and American government's commitment to human rights has declined.
Anyone in this country who cares about freedom of expression should be deeply ashamed that the Home Secretary has approved the extradition of Julian Assange to the United States, the country that plotted his assassination.
The U.S. has been out to get Assange since 2010, when he published hundreds of thousands of classified documents. They illustrated the American military's apparent disregard for civilian life and potential war crimes committed during its wars throughout the Middle East. Over the years, the charges from conspiracy to hack U.S. computers to publishing classified information as prohibited by the Espionage Act have had Assange staring down the barrel of up to 175 years in prison. And as he awaited his extradition ruling, a Yahoo News report surfaced claiming that the CIA had plans to kidnap and assassinate Assange.
The CIA plotted to kidnap the WikiLeaks founder, spurring heated debate among Trump administration officials over the legality and practicality of such an operation. Some senior officials inside the CIA and the Trump administration even discussed killing Assange, going so far as to request sketches or options for how to assassinate him.
It turns out the UK's Home Secretary who just approved Assange's extradition actually has ties to the CIA. For years, she sat on the advisory board for a lobbying organization called the Henry Jackson Society, alongside Lord James Arbuthnot, a defense minister whose judge wife made 2 key rulings against Assange. Since its creation in 2006, the group's never revealed who funds it, and at the same time, it's hosted more than a few former CIA directors at high-profile political events. One of them was Mike Pompeo, who called WikiLeaks a hostile intelligence service.
We at CIA find the celebration of entities like WikiLeaks to be both perplexing and deeply troubling. WikiLeaks walks like a hostile intelligence service and talks like a hostile intelligence service.
He was also in charge of the CIA when these alleged plans to do Assange harm were made. Understanding that and the fact that the society paid Patel £2,500 to attend a security program in Washington, it should come as no surprise that Assange is likely now on his way to his doom.
The Home Secretary Priti Patel's performance is pretty egregious, pretty bad. What has happened to the British nobles? There are no English nobles now. It looks like they're just all vassals of the United States. I am ashamed of what's happened to our penal system. If people in the United States think they can use the Espionage Act of 1917, mind you, against German spies, to pursue, capture, and put in prison for the rest of their lives journalists, whether they be Australians or Uruguayans or Icelanders, if they live in Antarctica or in the Arctic, we can get you because we're the United States and we have this law that we can apply to anyone. It doesn't have to be an American citizen. So, how dangerous is that? Independent journalism? Let's compose a requiem for it because it's mostly dead.